Hi guys. Not so much as a presentation today as a little bit of help, but not in the way that that you might think. Now, one of the things when I used to live in Australia, we used to have some really big parties. A lot of people did because a lot of entertainment is done outside. So it would get very, very expensive. So what people would do is everybody would bring a plate of food, right? One plate of food. And then 40 or 50 people, no problem. And it's a bit like that in this community. Many of us bring, or many people bring something to the table, and that allows others of us to connect some dots. And that's what kind of happened yesterday. I'm trying to connect some information, right? Which I'll show you what the information is. I'm trying to connect this information. So if anybody's got any ideas, anything that I'm missing, or anything you see, please just put a comment below. Doesn't matter how silly it is or how silly you think it is, and I will go and look at it. Before I do, let me give you an example of stuff that I get sent. Let me just go to the top of this. This is a screenshot I took from Russian Vids yesterday. It says, "We're a special kind of species. People at the airport, social distancing," and then 30 minutes later. I'm not going to read this for obvious reasons. Just pause the video and read it for yourself. This is something somebody sent me a long time ago from NBC. The person that sent it me didn't. It's not from NBC, but it's NBC News screenshot. This one to me says it all. I had an email this morning from a friend of mine over in the UK telling me that she's just taken the first one and her husband will be doing the same. And I'm like, oh God. And this one was sent to me a couple of days ago, which I think is really, really poignant. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. But what I want to get into is this. I picked up a couple of things yesterday that I saw, and there's a connection here. There's definitely a connection, but I'm desperately trying to find it. So the references to Woody in Hollywood, Woody Allen, Woody from Toy Story, Woody Woodpecker, Woodrow Wilson, the old US president, Natalie Wood, Justin Timberlake, to name a few. I'm sure there's more, but you get the idea. In the movie Back to the Future, which a lot of people in our community talk about, Biff, this is the guy that looks like, supposed to look like Trump. His surname is Tanin, and Tanin in German is pine. We have Twin Pines mole, and from pine trees we get needles. And there's a character in the same movie called Mr. Needles. We pine for something that we miss very much. Pine trees are common at Christmas, which are decorated with tinsel. When you wind the tinsel around the tree, is that some kind of serpent symbolism? And then we have the Holy Trinity or Holy Trinity. Now, books are traditionally made from trees, right? The paper comes from trees. We've heard the phrase, life's an open book. Bio means life, and a graph is a picture. A biography is a story of someone's life. Biology, well, logy reminds me of logos, which is word, the word of life. In the beginning was the word. The difference between word and world is L, or pronounced L, which is God, or at least we're taught the God of the Bible. The pages are bound together to make a book. Reminds me of the ties that bind. When we are woke, we remove the ties that bind us to this realm. What does book burning actually symbolize? Now, if you give me a little poetic license, a book is a kind of cube. And so are bricks and building blocks. They're all cubes, and we all know what the cube represents, or we should know what the cube represents. An unfolded cube forms a cross. A cross can be written as shown. The first one in Chinese is 10, the number 10, and X in Greek is 10. No coincidences. Say 10. So I'm looking for a connection between the woody and the wood connection in the music industry, Hollywood, politics, etc., and books. There has to be something there. There's a connection there that up to now I'm missing. I haven't looked into it just yet. I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. But apparently in paganism, there's a lot of tree worship. And then when we look at all these so-called flat-top mountains that were once trees, we know they were trees because they've got waterfalls coming off them. So that the water's obviously being sucked up through the roots and coming off the top. So I think there's a huge connection here that so far I'm missing. So if you've got any ideas or anything that you can look at this and go, oh, ping, yeah, that relates to something that you already know or something that you picked up from somebody else or whatever, please put it in the comment below. And Harry and I are going to be doing some work on this over the next few days and see what we come up with. All right. So once again, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for all your support. Really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you in a few days.